on Sonic.
Red flag dropped.
And we are ready to go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Got Team DC versus Team Arc
1.
out here on Grendelkeep. They've actually switched sides for us, but that's okay. They get to keep the same team names. Let's pop over to a flag and see what we've got going on.
Blue flag taken. Blue flag dropped.
Looks like you've got Xios on defense and Lino's over here.
Taken.
I'm not sure if he's just dropping back or if he's actually going to be a solid defender.
Red flag dropped. Red flag returned.
Red securing their flag. You got Arc running back with the flag. He's got a link on him. Still surviving, 21 health. He can piston once he wants to, and he does. Picks up that health back. Pistons back up to his flag base. They've got it covered. It should be an easy cap.
Red flag taken.
Xios now with the amp. I'm going to see if he gets any insta-give action going on here. Well, he does. Gets a nice amped LG on Fusion. Doesn't take him down, though. He must have had the 100 on him. Killing spree already for Xios. And again, we see that amp coming in for the defense as you would expect. But of course, if one team gets down by a bunch, you may see them start to take that on offense, especially during flag standoffs. What we're seeing is a left-right split here on Red's defense. You've got one on the left side, one on the right side, but they're mostly covering the. They're basically bouncing up to the lifts whenever the flag area is empty, and then whenever the defense the offense comes in, then they drop back and go closer to the flag stand. You see what Xios is doing right now. He's actually dropping his trans right in that corner. That's a favorite spot of mine. It's not that vulnerable to enemy fire unless they're specifically looking for it. What it'll let him do is push forward all the way out to their high link up here, but then whenever he sees or hears that there's an enemy in base, he can instantly teleport right to the spot and get a good shot right on him. And it won't even give the other team a chance to really take him out first. So it's a good strategy, especially if you want to get pushed up a little bit. Here we saw Sonic take that amp on offense. Let's see what he does with it. You can really get some effective cover with an amp on this map because of the fact that enemy team rarely has more than 100 health. So they've got dual offensive amps. Looks like Arc has the enemy's amp time now. That could be big trouble for Blue. Sonic sort of DMing his way. Got a double kill, multi-kill. His ping doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. Of course, with new net, your hit scan aim in and of itself isn't typically the worst thing affected. It's generally things like translocator and weapon switch timing and even movement to a degree. Well, Sonic is due for a killing spree here if we get one more kill. Let's stay with him to see if he catches it. We've got all the flags in one spot anyway. Both on the ground. Sonic picks it up and returns. Doesn't get his spree, but he does keep the flag alive as well as getting the return. Blimpo coming in low. He's really need to get some cover to get to that flag stand. He doesn't get taken out by enemy EFC. Sonic just sitting on the flag stand as Red gets that return. So right now it looks like Red's really just kind of out fragging Blue at the moment. When you get even numbers together and one team can shoot better than the other, it's typically going to go in your favor. What Blue's going to have to do then is just focus more on coordination and getting into fights where they have the numbers advantage. Can't rely on winning the one-on-one battles if you're getting outshot. And right now, that's exactly what they're doing now. Xios now coming in with that amp link, but Fusion takes him out with a nice combo. They're coming in high now, and again, you see 3-on-1 every time the defense tries to come up. Red snuck in front of them to grab. Oh, and everybody abandoned the flag carrier. You really have to play with a little bit of discipline. Harder to do that in pickup games where everyone maybe isn't, used to playing with each other as much. When you get these coordinated teams like you had, back in the day with people that have played maybe for months or years together, you typically have sort of unwritten rules for who's going to jump ahead and try to grab the flag and who's going to sit back and guard the flag carrier. Pickup games, though, the communications, as you might expect, a little bit trickier to get the nuances there. Mid-air return right there. Didn't even have a chance for a pickup there. So everything's reset.
Blue flag dropped.
There's absolutely no pressure on red flag right now. Lino and Xios have done a good job. Again, every time Blue sends one or two people in, they're just losing these one-on-one battles. So what they're going to have to do is get all three people ready to drop in at once, and then drop in and fight 3-on-2. Fusion now with the chance kind of sneaks in. Had a little bit of a distraction going there. So he snuck in and grabbed and went out.
Blue flag dropped. Blue flag
See, he's back on his side. He's going to need a pickup on his lift, but nobody's there for him.
Blue flag returned.
Both flags again reset. Blue amp is up. They don't have their own timing on it, if I recall, because I know Arc had it 1 or 2 spawns ago.
Red flag to blue flag.
Nobody goes up to take it yet. Arc goes to take it and misses it. They're both alright. Arc now with enemy amp on offense. This is bad news for blue. I think he may have been. Nope, he still got it. He's clearing that enemy base. Again, all your defenders are typically going to have 100 health, so if you get an amped lightning gun out, it's pretty much instant. One shot will kill pretty much everyone. Fusion now, as usual, getting the flag off the stick a lot. Not really getting anywhere with it there, as he just doesn't have the cover.
Blue flag taken.
Let's see what Arc's got up his sleeve. Oh, he's doing a speed run here. He pistons straight out to shock, pistons again to the lift. Lift gets taken away from by DC, so he's only got one route he can take now.
Blue flag dropped.
Gets taken out, but his cover's right behind him for the pickup.
Red flag dropped.
Blue defense, that's what you expect. Whenever your defense is right on your flag carrier like that, you can pretty much expect they're sneaking ahead to cut you off. That's exactly what happened there. bbanks grabbing, dancing around a little bit. He's going shock. He's got nothing but defenders in front of him, so he's probably going to have to start praying a little bit here. Gets taken out. No one's going to get the pick up. Oh, they're actually cherry picking now. Fusion grabbing, going towards Flak. Got a link gun on him, 2 other defenders on him. Don't expect him to go very far here. Well, he pulls out a double kill out of it. Actually getting to his shock. Piston's there, misses the piston though, and Red cuts him off, gets the return right as they cap.
Blue flag taken.
And we had a little bit of revolving door offense by Linoleum. No, he likes to do that. Left his translocator in the enemy base and just was able to translocate back to their flag and grab it as soon as they capped. Nice little combo move there. Doesn't get him onto the stick though, but you see this flag still there. Another pickup. 2 blue on the stick. They can't get the kill. Where is red flag? That is the question. The entire red team is over here guarding their flag carrier now, trying to stabilize things so they can get into a little flag standoff here. Still dancing around in a stick. This is dangerous. You have a bunch of men. All it takes is 1 good flag shot. 3 blue on return now. They've actually got them outnumbered in their own flag room. Headshot coming in there, but Lino able to spawn and get that flag back. He's running for his life now. He's running out to their, well, now up to their rockets, just trying to put some space in between those enemy pursuers and himself. He accomplishes that, but now he's also put some space between his cover and himself. So if PB takes him down here, there's nobody here for the pickup. But it looks like we have stabilized into a standard flag standoff situation as Lino suicides, give it to a teammate with higher health. Ooh, red amp is up. There is a blue up in their rockets. Whoever gets this amp is really going to have the advantage here at red base, and you see PB picks it up. I think he may have been telefragged. Yep, gets telefragged immediately by xios. That's huge. So both flags now in standard standoff mode. Typically you're just going to be bouncing around base. Oftentimes you'll see all 3 people head up to rockets up high there. OPB coming in with that amp. Oh, gets taken out twice in a row. He came in on return with amp and couldn't make anything of it. Lots of pressure on the red flag carrier, but not enough as they just timed that return. He's jumping right in time. DC now trying to get a little bit of a rebound cap here because all of red was on return. Their defense didn't have time to get back and get in position, but Lino here with a double kill right there kills them right off of that thing. Let's take a look at what's going on blue base. Well, right now there's more red than blue on blue flag. You got Blimpo and Sonic just pretty much double teaming each blue defender one at a time. Looks like they're more doing DMing, and I guess they're going to let Arc do the actual running. Nope, Blimpo comes in and grabs his Arc, sort of takes a spot as the fragger up there. They're all heading straight up to 100, and you'll see there's 3 red now, right on their flag carrier. But DC coming in with a nice return there, 100 up. Lino takes it. Let's see what he's going to do with it. If I can get the camera on him. Got 100 armor now. He's still sitting back on D now, though. So it's really more of a desperation, sort of self-preservation grab of the 100 there. But again, when you're up 4-0, you can be a little more conservative. You can give some more of your armor and your power-ups to your defense. You're not so desperate for caps. bbanks now running the flag with the amp. Not usually recommended, but may have been grabbing enemy amp, and if that's the case, you know, it's as much to keep it away from them as to grab it yourself. He's got 2 cover behind him, but that means it's going to give the defense time to cut him off. It's basically going to be a 3-on-3 team deathmatch fight right at their shock to see who can get through. Blue clears him out. He gets back into his base. There's no red waiting for him, so you are in a standard standoff situation.
Red flag dropped.
Red flag down. Lino coming. They didn't have anybody up close to get the pickup. Arc now diving to his flag stand. Nice pick by PB at the last second, but nobody else there to help. You know, Blue is just, again, it seems like they're out of position a lot, but I think that's just because they're quite simply spending more time dead than Red is. bbanks back to his shock. Ooh, yeah, he was stacked with armor, but a nice combo takes him down to 10 health, and then Link's going to just chew him up. Sonic grabbing now, pistoning, going his flak. A nice little speed run here. The defense isn't going to have time to catch up to him. He's going to get into his base easily. Does anyone on Blue have the speed to catch up in front? Yes, they do. Big sneaks him out. Doesn't get to the flag, though, so xios with the return, and he's going to get the cap. Someone grabbed a red amp. I didn't see who it was. See if I can get a camera on him.
Blue flag returned.
Didn't see. They might be dead already. Let's head back to the flag. Well, Blue's got red flag heading out their flak, heading towards their shock, but again, you're going to get cut off by the defense here if you don't run quickly. They've already got, oh yeah, 2 red already in Blue base, just waiting to shoot him in the back.
Red flag returned. Blue flag returned.
Not sure if Blue is making any changes here.
Red flag taken.
They're getting the flag off the stick a decent amount, but what they're really having trouble with is just getting through mid. I don't necessarily think Red is dropping much back. I think maybe their number 3 guy, that is their sort of their offensive player that sometimes kind of sits back in mid, might be dropping back to cut him off a lot. But really what I'm just seeing is everywhere they go, Blue just seems outnumbered, and that's usually, I think, just because Red is taking him out quicker. Seems like both teams are playing very similar strategies. Red's defense maybe being a little more aggressive and pushing up, whereas Blue's is falling back a little more. But then again, Red seems to have 3 offense in Blue base at all times, so Blue is really falling back out of necessity here. They really can't afford to be too aggressive. Arc dancing around here, really just sort of hoping, switching up to high link, hoping to give time for some cover. He's not going to sneak anywhere. He's just pissing his way brute force right up to 100. Nobody hitting a shot on him though, so he's picking up those vials, coming into his base. I see amped LG up at 100, I think it died. Arc now into his LG. Really nobody hitting any big shots on him. Wasn't even particularly stacked, but had about half a dozen pistons in that run, and I think the red cover really just distracted the Blue team and killed them long enough for him to just kind of waltz into his own base there.
Blue flag taken.
Let's see what Arc does with this run. Again, no armor at all, only 50 health.
Red flag
Heading up his lifts, he'll drop back. Oh, nice air rocks coming in there. DC erases that run. But nobody's sitting back on flag. Lets Sonic cherry pick. Well, sort of cherry pick. Heads up to LG, but he runs right into DC. I wonder if he returns that. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and return that. Sometimes you might leave the flag stand in an odd position like that, just to confuse the other team's offense. And in a game like this where you're being blown out, some sort of alternative tactics like that, not necessarily a bad idea. It looks like DC may be on solo defense now as they try to... Oh, no, there's PB.
Red flag taken.
At this point, though, Blue really has no option. They're going to have to start, you know, pulling the goalie, so to speak, and just trying to get red flag across the map and just hoping to get into flag standoff situations where they can then maybe get a return, you know, a timely return. That's really their only chance now. They're kind of running low on time. They're not going to be able to rely on just standard tactics. As Red just relaying this map back home, or excuse me, relaying this flag back home. DC now with the flag, he gets taken out, and there's just no Blue within a mile of the red flag right now.
Red flag taken.
I'm going to follow PB. He's completely stacked on armor now. He is Blue defender though, so their flag stand is going to be a little open, but pretty much just gets locked down and destroyed there in mid. It looks like Red may have dropped back too, because nobody has grabbed Blue flag despite, you know, one of their defenders being, you know, having the flag in his hands.
Red flag taken.
Fusion grabbing, Lino going down. Fusion's down to 25 health. He comes up high to mid. Has a little cover now. If they can take out xios, he's going to get into his base. I don't see... Oh, there's the cutoff right there. As Lino drops down in front of him. Blimpo drops back in front of him. They got a 3-on-1 though. I would expect them to be able to come away from this. Bbanks picks up the flag now, gets comboed from behind. Fusion coming back up, gets comboed but got the flag. He gets shot out of the air. Just not enough people to get that flag into base, and in the meantime, Red already had blue flag back in their own base.
5 minute
Sonic with the amp, let's put him into first person mode, see if he does anything interesting. He puts together another multi-kill for us. Ooh, PB with his own amp. LG's him in the face. One shot, one kill.
Red flag taken.
See if we can get a shot at PB. Looks like that amp expired.
Red flag returned.
Kills going down there. We're down to...
Red flag returned.
There we go. Down to 4.5 minutes now. Pretty much a mathematical impossibility here. Don't know if they're going to plan on playing a second map or if they're going to end up repugging due to scheduling or just to try to, rebalance teams.
Blue flag taken. Red flag taken.
But with that 100, going to sit up in mid, do a little bit of covering.
Red flag returned.
Maybe just a little bit of harassment of Blue's defense there. Doesn't seem too interested in making a flag run with that 100. But again, he hasn't really been... Nice little double kill there. He hasn't really been running the flag as much. Another multi-kill up here. Could get a Mega. There's the Mega. He's going to combo right in front. Oh, gets robbed of the Ultra by his teammate. Still completely untouched here, too. Through mid, a lot of great cover by Red up in high mid. Every blue that tries to catch up to their flag carrier just gets plucked out of the air, so this should be another easy cap for Red. And we're not seeing a lot of trickeration by Red as far as running the flag. What we're really seeing is just straightforward running with sort of what I would say their number 2 and number 3 guys. That is to say their 2 cover guys just really out killing blue in mid. They're just winning the TDM match in mid and letting Arc just sort of stroll through the map. I mean, he's got 130 armor right now, but only 60 health. But by no means is he impossible to kill at the moment. But it's hard to kill a guy when you're getting double teamed and shot in the back, like right there. You saw Blimpo take him out. And frankly, that's sort of a straightforward way to run your team, to run your offense on this map. That's kind of how us and Notorious used to run, as opposed to relying on speed runs and any crazy trick jumps and any cherry picking and things like that. Just outnumber the other team, grab, kill them all, and let your flag runner have as easiest path as possible back to base. And really what makes that possible is having your defenders in base really able to hold it down. Because if your defenders start losing the flag, then that's when your number 3 guy has to drop back to mid and has to help cut off enemy flag carriers all the time. That obviously makes it harder to get the flag out. So, once you have 2 solid defenders, you can essentially leave on an island in your own base and send 3 people just to sort of escort the flag at all times. That really makes it easy to outnumber the other team on this map, because you're rarely going to have more than 2 or 3 people trying to kill your flag carrier. And I think that's what we saw here. It was just Red team, I think both on offense and defense, just out-aim, just out-frag the blue team. And when you're winning both the offensive and defensive battles in that regard, it's really hard to overcome. So we're down to about a minute and a half. I'm going to go ahead and flip through some of these statistics here. The outcome of the match is pretty much decided, but you can kind of see, where the nets are here, and that doesn't really surprise me at all. One thing of note, I mean, PB being on defense, defenders on this map a lot of times will suicide, and that lowers your net with, it doesn't necessarily tell the whole story though. Who are we going to pop through? Blimpo, you can see his accuracy, his few headshots in there. Let's see if we can see who's been picking up these pickups though.
Red flag dropped.
Let's see. DC with a couple amps.
Blue flag
4 amps for fusion. 6 for PB.
Blue flag returned. Blue flag taken. Red flag 1 minute remains.
Surprised to see xios didn't grab any amps at all this game. Arc actually grabbed 3. Those were a lot of Blue's amps, and that's another thing that absolutely killed them. Was Red got the timing on Blue's amps in their own base, and that can be extremely devastating. I mean, especially when you look at Arc and Sonic each getting 3 amps, and that's going to be on offense, versus PB only got 6 amps whole games himself on defense. Talk about out-fragging. Well, when the other player does double the damage that you do, it makes a big difference. And you see the numbers here on Red. I mean, a lot of their amps went on offense, it looks like, and again, that speaks to sort of how well their defenders were able to do and holding the flag down
20 red flag
with
returned.
just 2 defenders in base. They didn't even really use their amps all that much for that purpose. 10 seconds left. Red's going to get one more sort of academic cap across. This game's been over for a while, but I don't know if they're going to play another map. They may just decide to pug back up based on the balance of teams there. You heard the flawless victory coming in. It was definitely well played by Red, and really just sort of dominated across the board there with pickups, fragging ability, no real in-depth strategy coming through. It's just good old-fashioned out shooting the other team.